not only pits, but other breeds as well who come your way because you find them. They find you.
Right.
Sarah, tell the truth.
That is true.
They find you.
I never go looking, ever.
They just come and find you.
I never go looking.
I saw 3 dogs at the dog park today that I had found on Frankfurt Avenue, and it was really funny because I found this one little scruffy dog, and he had trotted down to Nancy's Bagels.
Smart dog.
Right off of Vernon. So I see this dog, and I'm like, oh, my God, that dog is loose. And I run and grab the dog, and friendly dog, I throw him in my car. And so I start driving down the street, and I'm looking for a gate open. I'm looking for people looking for the dog. And I see a little collar lying in the street, and I stop and I pick up the collar, and it's the dog's collar, and it's got the owner's number.
Well, look at you, Sherlock.
I know.
Oh,
so I call the owner, and I say, my name is Tara. I found your little dog. And she says, oh, my gosh, what happened? And I said, well, I just got to your house because the gate. She actually had the number and the address. What an owner. What a concept.
It's like Christmas morning.
Number and address and the name of the dog. So I said, I think your back gate's open. She goes, oh, the lawn men must have let it stay open. But, oh, my God, I've got 3 dogs. And so I said, I'll start looking. So I drive out with the dog in the back, and I see this little, golden running down the street. And I know the dog's name now because she's given me the 3 dogs' names, and I'm calling and clapping and saying, puppy, 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 come here. Dog runs to me, jumps in the back of my car, and then I just keep going, and I get back down to Frankfurt because I've gone all the way down Vernon to the chicken steps, come back up, and here's this old dog just limping along. Oh. I call the old dog over. Old dog jumps in my back of my car, and I have a Corolla at this point, which was really funny. And so I go back to the house. The homeowner and the owner of the dogs comes screeching in, and we find out we know each other, which is the best part of this whole thing. She was so upset she didn't even recognize my name when I said, my name is Tara, and I've got it. And so anyway, all the dogs were returned. And I see them at the park today, and it's probably been 2 or 3 years. And I said, you little escape artists, how you doing?
Made me think of Homeward Bound, even the way you were describing that.
I tell you what. And, they sometimes people just get lucky, and they find the dogs, and sometimes they don't, and the dogs are never found. And I think that one of the greatest gifts to a person, even if you find their dog who has, for instance, been killed by a car, and it's lying by the side of the road, if you can find the dog, identify it, and let the person know what the fate of their animal was. I think that's the kindest thing that you can ever do.
Yeah.
Because if you've lost one and you know the agony of having lost a dog, if you've gotten it back, it's great. If you've never seen it again, you always wonder, did somebody pick it up? Is it still roaming the woods? Or,
I think it's so kind that, there's the sites or the Facebook groups, Louisville Lost and Found,
yes,
and Kentuckiana Lost and Found Pets. And
yep,
even when people put deceased dog, looks to be this breed, blah, 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 here, I'm like, taking the time to do that was a kindness.
Yeah, it really was. And, we're talking about the pit bulls of St. Francis, which is a wonderful concept because actually what happened was you found this bunch of pit bulls, and you were praying to St. Francis that you would find the owners, and it turned out that you didn't have to find the owners because you just became the owner, which was even more awesome.
The irony.
Yeah, I'm serious. And you fostered so many dozens of dogs, and now you are in the business of getting these dogs adopted. And look at a couple more of these pictures because they really are truly precious. As we look at the ears on
Dory.
this one. Oh my gosh. Was she named after Ellen DeGeneres' character in Finding Nemo?
A lady named Cheryl found her and posted her on Facebook, who's friends with Angie Fenton. So that was where I got in trouble there.
Isn't every dog person friends with Angie Fenton?
That was where I got in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I got tagged to her, and I happened to know at the time, because I worked so closely with Metro, that they were unbelievably full.
Yes, always.
And, she had multiple strikes against her. I mean, first of all, she's a black dog. People don't want black dogs and black cats.
That's right.
And then she's a pit. And so they're like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay. And I took Dorian, and my friends ended up adopting her.
Good.
And she's fabulous.
Who's this little monkey?
That's Patton. As you can see, his tail is a state of constant blur. Patton was on death's door when Miss Dixie had found him, the lady that I referenced Mother
earlier.
Teresa of the West End, actively being run over by a car in the sense that he was too little, thank God, for it to hit him. And then he ended up coming down with parvo.
Oh.
And at the time I was totally full. I kept him through the parvo treatment. That was something that his, this was before I met Dr. Brown, and I ended up taking him to an incredibly expensive emergency hospital. So that was somewhere where Facebook helped so much with
definitely.
the GoFundMe, because he ended up having a $1,700 bill that because of my friends I was able to raise $900 of, and he was a foster failure with the people who took him in after, so he's incredibly spoiled now.
Love those foster failure stories.
Hattie,
I have one of my own. We're going to have to come to a conclusion of Waggin Wednesday's first hour, and we're going to continue our Waggin Wednesday, which I'm really excited about because I've invited my friend Lindsay from a new store on not Bardstown Road on Frankfurt Avenue called Pet Wants. And if you have not yet heard of Pet Wants, you are going to soon, because they do all kinds of fun things. And let me zoom back out so you can actually say hi to Sarah Daniel. She's sitting right here, and she's going to wave to you. Everybody wave to Sarah. Pet Wants is a great, cool store, and it's literally one of our favorite Frankfurt Avenue stores, and we always do everything that we can to support the businesses, the local businesses on Frankfurt Avenue, and they support us as well. They give us a tremendous amount of promotional capability, and we try to get the word out about them too. But, their tagline is all natural nutrition you can trust, and it's fresh, and it's local, and it's delivered. And they call them the perfect business for pet lovers to serve the millions of pet parents. So all kinds of fun stuff. Lindsay's going to be in just a few minutes, and you will learn more about Pet Wants and the things that Pet Wants can do for you. Sarah, in the meantime, thank you so much for being a great pinch hitter.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you very much, and I will see you again. I want to hear more about the Pit Bulls of St. Francis. Do you have any upcoming events for fundraising?
We just had our last one, I think, of the fall.
Okay.
At Molly Malone's in St. Matt's. We've been taking advantage of the beautiful fall weather we've been having.
So you'll start in 2017 again?
Yeah. Good. 4 Pegs in Germantown and at Molly Malone's in St. Matthews.
Awesome.
And anyone else I can sucker into having.
Thanks so much. We appreciate you very much. Coming up in just a moment, Pet Wants on Crescent Hill Radio's Waggin Wednesday. I'm Tara Bassett. Be right back.
I wake up 9:30